sister is such a stiff neck.
Is she okay?
She's okay, but people around her aren't.
Well, she does have a neck injury. Why are people around her not okay?
Aha! I get it, Naishu. Are you referring to an idiom?
Oh, finally. Stiff neck means someone who is extremely stubborn.
Hang on. What about this one? Cutting corners. Any guesses what it means?
I don't know. It's simple. Let's just ask Siri. What does the idiom cutting corners mean?
According to idioms and phrases, the Free Dictionary, undertakes something in what appears to be the easiest, quickest, or cheapest way, often by omitting to do something important or ignoring rules. This phrase comes from cutting the corner, which means taking the shortest course by going across and not round a corner.
It also says that it is originated from US.
Well, I didn't know we have different idioms for different countries. How about asking our listeners?
Good afternoon, GFS. This is Naishu.
Hola, Dishy here.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Kushi, signing in today.
So, listeners, where do you think the idioms originate from? And why do you think it is that different countries have different idioms for the same expression? Drop in your comments.
And listeners, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, listeners. You are listening to GTSR, Grow to Succeed Radio. We found out that idioms originate from different countries.
Oh, speaking of that, so does culture and heritage, don't you think?
Speaking of culture, the cultural practices, slangs, festivals, food, flags, etc., 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 are followed and preserved from the past.
Okay. Here is a flag question. What's the best thing about Switzerland?
I don't know.
I don't know, but the flag is a big plus.
Funny. But anyway, on a serious note, guys, what is the difference between heritage and culture?
Well, heritage refers to practices or characteristics that are passed down through the years, from one generation to the next.
And I think culture is a way of life of groups of people and the way they do things. It is also a pattern of the outlook, attitudes, values, morals, goals, and customs shared by a society.
Yeah, I get it, but those are the definitions. I wanted to know about the difference between the two.
How do I explain this? Well, you see, culture refers to the ideas, customs, and the social behavior of a particular person or society. But on the other hand, heritage refers to the aspects of culture which are inherited to the present and which will be preserved for the future. Do you see it now? Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that was really informative. Thanks.
Well, speaking of that, sometimes we pick up culture from the place we live in. Like, for example, I am from India, and after being living in UAE for n number of years, I have actually started passively fasting during Ramadan. Yeah, I'm more respectful to the people around us, and I never drink or eat in public places. This is something which I never did in India before.
Well, let's ask what our GFS staff and parents from GFS community have picked up.
Hi guys, this is Mr. Carl. I am head of Firehouse and form tutor of 9F, and I would like to speak today about some of the culture I have picked up from being in different countries. Now, when I first asked this question to my class, someone had told me that before they lived over here, they had lived in England, and one thing their family had picked up from the English culture was having biscuits with a cup of tea. So that got me thinking about some food and drink that has came into my life from different cultures. Now, one thing I've got from Dubai is Vimto. When I first moved over here in my first experience of Ramadan, Vimto seemed to be everywhere. And it brought me back a lot of memories as a child, as I used to drink quite a lot of it. So now you will always find a bottle of Vimto in my house, and also so much hummus.
Hi, my name is Miss Gillian and I've been living in the UAE for 10 years now. And in the last 10 years, I have learned the importance of a Friday to the family in the Emirati culture. Friday is when the families get together, children get to play, and families share food and prayers together. It's such a lovely time for these families to get together, and it's highly important within the family to stay together.
Hi, I am Shivani Sangani, Dishi Sangani's mother, who's a student at GEMS Founder School. I have picked up various things from the UAE culture. From the last 5 years of living in Dubai, I have learned to speak the Arabic language and use basic words like shukran, assalamu alaikum in my daily routine. Another aspect of the culture that I have picked up is celebrating Eid. Eid is celebrated in a big way, and I enjoy Eid with all my Muslim and non-Muslim friends. Dubai comes alive as all go out and enjoy this festival with love. Thank you.
Hello everyone, Ramadan Kareem to all of you. I am Trapti Maru, mother of Naisha of class 8B, GEMS Founder School, Al Barsha. It's truly an honor to be speaking with all of you at this platform. It's our 4th year in Dubai, and it is our very first diverse and multicultural international exposure. A lot of Arabic words have become part of our daily vocabulary. For instance, when my younger daughter says "Khalas," it means I can't push her more. Dubai has been transformational for us in understanding the importance of tolerance and the necessity of it for a better world. Once again, I thank you for offering this opportunity. It has been a privilege speaking today. Thank you.
Hello everybody. My name is Kashyap. I'm Kushi Dakshini's father. First of all, I would like to thank you all for having me on the show. We are here to talk about influence of UAE culture on me while I have been living in UAE. As we all know, UAE culture is also known as Emirati culture. Okay, first of all, I would like to give a big round of applause to the rulers of UAE for making UAE such a wonderful place to live, where its residents are allowed to practice their own faith, culture, while following the cultural or social guidelines of UAE. Okay, so what have I picked up from UAE culture? Most importantly, UAE is one of those few countries of the world which has welcomed people from across the globe to live and settle in UAE. That's part of UAE culture, I believe. That is to welcome guests with warmth and let them settle and flourish. And in fact, that's the biggest influence on me, I would say. That is to be ready to embrace new opportunities, new challenges, welcome the citizen of the world, give respect to the people, their faiths. So in nutshell, it's all about giving respect to people, their faith, and learn from different culture and live in harmony. Thank you.
That was quite interesting. Welcome back. You are listening to GTSR Grow to Succeed Radio.
Wait. Before you proceed, we haven't announced who is the winner of the house points for choosing the name for our radio station.
Let's hear for our winner of the GFS Radio Station Name Challenge. Give a round of applause for none other than our principal, Mr. Matthew.
Mr. Matthew, really? Wow, that's cool, isn't it?
Congratulations, Mr. Matthew. You have earned 50 house points. Trust me, guys, it was indeed a close call.
Hey guys, I've been browsing through and I found out that Brazil is a land of many popular dances that contain the elements of African, Portuguese, and European dance forms. Samba and carimbo are some of the famous dances of Brazil.
Did you know people of New Zealand wear kaitakas at official occasions? Kaitakas are cloaks of finely woven muka. They are among the most prestigious form of traditional clothing.
Well, listeners, this conversation can go on forever. Drop in your comments about your culture and heritage. What do your cultural clothes symbolize? Share your thoughts on how these designs even originate.
Stay tuned. We will be right back with some more GFS news in our next segment. Big Brothers Roundup.
Week 7 of distance learning, and Big Brother Roundup is here again to give you the regular updates of what's happening around the GFS community. The heads of houses have been at it yet again as another video has been created. This time, yoga sensation Missy Lakshmi set the task of sitting down and standing up without the use of hands. Apart from a stylish effort from Waterhouse leader Captain David and a 3/4 attempt from Mr. Amjad, many people have found themselves sitting, or more appropriately crashing to the floor, unable to stand back up again, leading to many stating they found a Joe Wicks workout less painful. In other news, teachers have been showing off their reading skills by sharing stories online to their GFS community. Here at Big Brother Roundup, we have learnt that these teachers have been watching Miss Marion's phonics videos and therefore managed to build up the courage and the confidence to read a story online to the thousands watching. In social media, the parents and children have been creating teacher appreciation videos, which has brought many a tear to teachers' eyes. We ask and appeal to all students and parents watching and listening to keep this going for every teacher in the school. In cooking news, already there has been an influx of videos and pictures coming in for the great GFS Bake Off. Here at Big Brother Roundup, we ask you to send these cakes into us in order for us to judge the taste of each entry. And finally, Air House this week have had the privilege of hosting the wellbeing videos, and children out of 3E have taken part in creating these little videos. If you get the chance, please watch them. That's all from Big Brother Roundup. Time to say why and back to the studio.
Welcome back, listeners. You are listening to GTSR, Grow to Succeed Radio, your favorite radio station.
It's time for some Expo news.
Hey GFS community, this is Nisa. Your e-tip for this week is to learn something new. So spend your time off isolation in learning a new skill. Some examples include learning coding or programming, or learning a new language, or thinking about your communication and organization skills. You can also focus on health and fitness and keep yourself healthy during the time of isolation.
The Expo fact of this week is Expo 2020 Dubai will have a dedicated metro station capable of carrying 23,000 passengers per hour in each direction.
Okay, listeners, it is now time for some house points. In 4th place at the bottom of the chart, we have Firehouse with 55,869 points. Moving on, in 3rd place this week, we have Air House with 57,539 points, which leaves us with the ultimate tiebreaker, which will determine this week's victory holder. In 2nd place, we have Waterhouse with 57,834 points, which means this week's number one medalist is none other than Earth House with 58,211 points. Well done, Earth House!
Phew! Well, anyway, that's it from us, guys.
It was great fun sharing about different tradition and culture.
It was indeed, and we were able to relate to different cultures and heritage. Relating, which was also our well-being theme this week. Await for next week's well-being videos with some fun exercises, and stay tuned to GTSR, Grow to Succeed radio show, your favorite radio show.